So I wrote a book, and the first few pages are a lot of feelings, emotions, things I think about on a daily basis, things I think that people should think about, people should understand, people should know, especially in regards to love and caring and understanding others. Simple things. And the next few pages are teachings, but they're not normal teachings. They're not teachings in a lot of the ways that people might think that people need to be taught. But, well, actually, I think a lot of people do think people need to be taught in a lot of the ways that I tried to teach in that book. And I'm not a teacher. I'm not the best teacher in the world. I'm young. I'm 21, and I'm still very new on my journey. I'm still just learning and experiencing and trying to understand. But I think that I know that there are things that I do know and I do understand, and life has given me blessings to be able to understand some of these things. Well, all of these things, all of them are a blessing. And I think that that knowledge doesn't necessarily belong to me at all. It's not mine, and it's just been given to me so that I can give it back to other people and teach other people, and from my own experience, because without experience, there's nothing. So I kind of just wanted to make this little video to just talk a little bit about some of those things. Like, for example, on one of the pages, I talked about the chakras and how when you experience some sort of pain, sometimes at certain locations, like you might experience a scratchy throat, and that's the experience of your throat chakra being closed and blocked. And maybe, even though it is a physical ailment, that might have manifested from an energetic ailment in which you might not have been speaking your truth enough. And when that truth is not being spoken, sometimes the throat chakra will close, and it can manifest in terms of physical pain. And sometimes to actually fix that is to just look within yourself and see what you might not be being as completely honest as you could about. And then that truth and that freedom allows you to heal that blockage and allows the energy to flow. And that can sometimes be a fix for pain. Or if you have a headache, sometimes there is some type of evolution that you want to carry out that you're not allowing yourself to carry out for some reason, and it causes the energy to get stuck in your head, or something you need to let go of and just understand that you are free from. And when that energy is blocked, a lot of those things will go away. When your heart hurts, a lot of the times it's because your heart is actually opening up. The heart chakra is a little funny in that way. It's a very reflective chakra, even though all of the chakras are very reflective. When you feel pain in your heart, it's usually because you're experiencing more love, and that is opening it up. And this can also be true for all of the chakras. You might experience pain in your head because something is opening up. And that is also something that I should definitely talk about in terms of when you get crystals, because sometimes when you get crystals, you'll find that you start feeling a pain in your shoulder or your neck or something. And it's because the crystal is quite literally working on that spot to open it up and allow the energy to flow properly. Because you have to also remember that we are energetic beings, and you have an energetic field. So if there's something wrong with that energetic field, it will reflect in the physical. So there are tools and things, even just trees, going outside, the wind, water. Literally, this is why it's so important to like shower and go for a swim if you can go for a swim, because those things help to cleanse the energy and keep the energy clean and healthy and flowing, so physical ailments don't pop up, because the energy is constantly being affected by everything we do, the people around us, the animals around us, literally everything. So it's good to give your energy breaks. That's why it's even so important sometimes to just go and be in the sun, sit outside. Like, energy maintenance is very simple, and it's as simple as it gets. The more simple you are with energy maintenance, the better. Even taking off your shoes and putting your feet on grass, like just small simple things. And those simple things have long lasting effects. They're not just, it's gonna work for 2 seconds. Like, even if you put your feet in the grass, that's like a lot of benefits, and it'll benefit you for a long period of time, energetically, physically, being grounded mentally, all of those things will come just from even simple practices like that. So it's really good and important to incorporate those small things. And while you're doing that, it's also important to be mindful, because yes, we can do those things. But if you also say, okay, today I'm going to go sit in the grass, and this is to cleanse my root chakra or ground my root chakra, because you're sitting, and you go and you sit and you allow your root chakra to literally touch the ground because you're sitting and it's at your root, the base of your spine, and you allow this energetic exchange that is more intentional, and with you trying to do more in terms of that with the earth will do more for you in terms of that process, and it will also probably just be a better experience. And when you are doing things like this, it's not about like how long you do it. Even just sitting on the ground and getting up, that's enough. So sometimes just go with the flow and whatever feels right for you. And usually whatever feels right for you at the time is also what is right. Like, because I know there are literally 7 chakras and ones that are even in between those. But when you're working on them, it's important to just go with whatever you're attracted to at the moment, because that's probably the best thing to do. It's definitely going to give you the best results, because if that's what you're attracted to, like you want to work with your root chakra at this time, bro, work with that, because at the end of the day, that is going to give you the best results out of all of them. If you were to feel like you want to work with your root chakra, but you're like, oh my God, but I should be more spiritual or whatever, and then you try to work with your third eye, sometimes it won't give you what you want. Because even like, I know for me, I didn't work well with my root chakra, and I worked with my third eye a lot at the beginning of my journey, and that caused me to be very in my head and very, yeah, literally. And if I had worked on that grounding first, it would have also shown me that even just working on that grounding was me working on my spiritual journey. And that grounding actually sometimes can allow you to be more elevated in terms of what you can do in terms of your third eye, because you have that balance. And that's also that, like, literally the core of the chakras, they're all about balance. That's their point. Like, they're literally energy centers that balance the energy throughout your body so that you can think normally, feel normally, act normally. And when those are out of balance, you can feel, if your root chakra is overly active, you might not feel like you want to get up much for the day. If your throat chakra is underactive, you might also feel extremely lazy, because your throat chakra is the chakra of air and freedom and your ability to, like, literally feel light and do things. And if your, like, sacral chakra is underactive, you might not be able to be creative in anything you do. And when it is active, you feel creative in everything you do, even the tiniest things, even conversations, meeting people, everything, because that's where your creativity is. It's literally in everything. And when you work with all of these chakras, it just allows you to, they're pretty much energy centers to help you live life to the fullest. Because when they are all balanced and flowing, because the chakras closing is an illusion, they never actually close. They're working for all people. That's how we experience this. Like, all of these experiences are because of your chakras. And there are manifestations of your chakras at every point of your body. For example, your root chakra is, the physical manifestation of your root chakra is literally your, like, bum hole, the place that you poo from. The physical manifestation of your sacral chakra is your reproductive organ. The physical manifestation of your solar plexus is your belly button. The physical manifestation of your heart chakra is your heart. The physical manifestation of your throat chakra is literally your throat. The physical, and your mouth. The physical manifestation of your third eye is literally your eyes that perceive. The physical manifestation of your crown is your hair. And all of these chakras are also responsible for the growth and development and proper working of all of these things. Because if your crown chakra, for example, is underactive, your hair might actually grow a little slower than normal. Not normal for everyone, because I think everyone's hair grows completely different, but for you, because you might notice that, oh, my hair hasn't been growing for like the past, like, let's say a couple months or whatever, I don't know. And in that time period, it just might be that you might have needed to do some work on your crown. And with working on that flowing of energy, because that's literally what it is, your hair will grow faster, and it will, yeah. So keep your chakras balanced. It's very important. It's very good for you. It keeps your mind healthy, keeps your soul healthy. And even those little practices, they're very peaceful and they bring a lot of peace. And that's even like a very important thing during your day, is to give yourself a break from this, because life is always going on and we're always experiencing things. And sometimes it's important to just give yourself a break from that and experience what it feels like to experience almost nothing, as close to when you're sleeping as possible. And that's a lot of what meditation is. And like the entire point of this book was literally to help people meditate, because when you read, you're meditating. It's a very meditative practice. And so I incorporated a lot of things that I've perceived and experienced on my journey through the eyes that I've been given to see. And through depicting those things, I feel as if the entire book is just a journey in my mind, through my mind, and some of the things that I do with my mind, because I also think that once you explore a lot of this journey, you understand that you are in control of this, and it is truly like, I guess it's similar to a machine, but it is not a machine at all. It's very much life. Even though machines are life, all things are life, even inanimate objects are life. But as you read that book and you go through that and you experience what I was experiencing, I think it's very expensive, because a lot of the things that I experience are very expensive. I feel like I've been put on a very like forceful journey by life, and forceful in a good way, in terms of allowing me to grow, allowing me to experience, allowing me to test myself and develop into the person that I should be at all points in my life, to do the things that I need to do and to experience the things that I need to experience. So yeah, I hope you really enjoyed the book. It's good, I think. But I'm also not sure if it's like the best thing in the world, because I have a bias, because it's like I wrote it. Well, let's just say my hands were guided to write it, but I didn't. What? I don't even know what I was gonna say. I wasn't sure if it was as good as I thought, because I literally read it and I was gonna cry, because I was like, this is amazing. But I also wrote it, so maybe I'm just being biased. And I also know what I meant at every point in the book. And if you want to, I think you should actually probably read it twice. And every time you read it, it will be a new experience, because it's multi-layered. I put a lot of energy into that book, like literally. There are a lot of blessings. Every time I say the word love, it's a blessing. Every time I say the word you, it's a blessing. Like, there are a lot of blessings in that book, and I think they're good for humanity. And I think it's cool to like depict stuff like that. And I've always wanted to do this, write a book. So I'm glad I got the opportunity to. And I'm thankful to everyone that reads it, truly. Even if you just read one word, I do not care. I'm thankful, because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to put a blessing into pieces of paper, and here, now it's for humanity, and maybe it'll be here forever. I don't know. Well, I mean, it's there. So yeah, I think if you ever want to do something like write a book or make a movie or a play or a short film or even just a YouTube video or an Instagram post, I don't care what it is, you should probably do it, because you never know how that's going to affect someone's life. Like, even this, for me, just doing this for myself has like changed my life, and it's been enough. I literally don't even care if this book does not make $1. I do not care, because I wrote it and it's done. And this is something that I will probably give to my kids so that they can read. And I think like it's the greatest blessing. I literally wrote in that book that creating this feels like something that I'm giving to other people, like I'm giving it to my children, because I don't have children. So I have to love someone like I love my kids. And I would give my kids all of the knowledge I have. So I put it in the pages and it's there. So I hope you enjoy it. It's good. And if you don't enjoy it, let me know. And let me know what I should fix and change for the next time. Because I'm literally going to do this again. Like, I'm going to keep writing books. Because this, yeah. I hope you enjoy it.